What's going on, guys? My name is Trevor. Welcome back to the channel. It's crazy how fast this year is flying by. Another month bites the dust. But before we get into August movies, we got to talk about all the 2023 July movies that I saw and play some other proper tiers. I saw 5 movies in the month of July. A little bit of a slower month for me, but still got around to seeing 5 movies. August is gonna be one of those months where you're just contemplating everything. I call it the August Blues, and we're about to head into them. But let me know what movies you guys watch in the month of July down below in the comment section. Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Really helps out. It means the absolute world. Let's get into these tiers. Starting off with our tiers, we have best of the month, we have great, and we have good, and we have okay, then we have worst of the month. My favorite of the month will go into best. My worst of the month will be my least favorite. And starting things off on a pretty high note, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. That is a mouthful, and that is about just as long as this movie is. This movie is incredibly long, but I'm still going to put it in that great tier. One of my top 10 favorite Tom Cruise movies of all time. So many good action sequences throughout this entire film. The only gripe I have with it, and it's the only reason I'm not really wanting to go back and rewatch it, is like the villain of this movie, this whole AI that they're going after. I feel like that's been done before. I feel like it's been done over and over and done. It's overstayed its welcome, okay? And I'm a little bit tired of that, but nonetheless, this cast is great. You're losing characters you thought you would. The dynamic was a little bit different this time. It was a lot more different than the other feels of the other Mission Impossible movies, but the stakes feel high, and it set it up perfectly for Mission Impossible 2. And Tom Cruise stunts, like the way he does them and how much like devotion he gives to film and his career and his performances. I mean, he rides a freaking motorcycle off a mountain. Like, can't believe he actually did that. And he actually did that, which is absolutely insane. So, shout out Tom Cruise. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 will probably be on the top 10 list at the end of the year, but only time will tell. Then we have Talk to Me, a new A24 horror movie made from 2 former YouTubers, the Rocker Brothers. Gonna go in that great tier as well. Talk to Me was one of those movies I can't stop thinking about. I just saw it yesterday, and it's disturbing. That's the one thing I took away from this movie, that it's probably the most disturbing movie I've seen this year, one of the more disturbing horror movies I've seen in quite some time. I wouldn't necessarily call it all that scary, but definitely more just creepy, and again, that word disturbing I'm going to use here. There's several scenes where you have to just look away, where there's a character bashing their head against the wall, and it's gruesome, it's dark, and also, though, they really tackle this well, that like you get peer pressured into just doing stupid things when you're in high school. I mean, I was peer pressured to doing so many dumb things in high school, so if I was at the party, I would be shaking that freaking hand, which is dumb, but I get peer pressured, and that's what happens. So this is what happens throughout this movie. These kids get peer pressured and like, do it, don't be a loser, just grab the hand, it's fun. And they hit on that so well, and it makes for this really dark, crazy time. And the ending of this movie, I'm sorry, but like, it was fire. Like, I thought we were going one way, and I was really hoping we were. I was like, dude, if it goes this way, like, I'd be pretty like, damn, that was fire. But also, like, I predicted it, so it wasn't that fire. But it went in a complete different way, and, I mean, it was crazy. How the movie ended, when it cut to black, I was like, wow, well done. Talk to Me, if you haven't seen it, it's a lower budget A24 horror movie, but it had a great weekend at the box office. One of A24's highest grossing opening weekends ever. Go check out Talk to Me. It's a quick hitter, hour 30. Very, very, very good. Then we have Christopher Nolan, my favorite director of all time, and his brand new movie, Oppenheimer, going in the best of the month tier. This is the best of the year, people. This is the goated movie of 2023 so far. I'm not sure what's going to top it. I said that for Spider-Verse and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, so something might, but as of right now, Oppenheimer is number 1 for me. It's a 3-hour movie that I can't stop thinking about. It's a 3-hour movie about World War II, like historic biopic, and it's just told by Christopher Nolan. It's kind of like everyone was like saying, oh, maybe Christopher Nolan will never win the Oscar. Who wants to see a 3-hour long movie over summer? I was one of those people saying that. Who wants to see a 3-hour long movie over summer when Barbie's coming out? And it kind of was like, hold my beer. And this is what I got for it. And the way he told the story, the way he crafted the story, how it has twists and turns, everything. I walked out like, that was one of the best movies I've ever seen. For one of the top directors in Hollywood, I mean, he just came out swinging with his 12th movie. If you haven't seen Oppenheimer, first off, go do the Barbenheimer double feature. You will not regret it. But Oppenheimer is everything and more I could have wanted. It has so many, it's like scary at times. The acting is fantastic. So many awards should be coming this movie's way. Not just nominations, but awards. And I think this is Christopher Nolan's best directed movie. And I think Christopher Nolan should win Best Director. And it should win Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress. The list goes on. Sound design, score, visual effects, cinematography. I can keep listing them. They can win them all. I'm not even lying. It might win, if these other movies get delayed for the Oscars next year, it might have the most Oscar wins ever. That's what's crazy. Moving on to Barbie. My wife loved this one. She loved it so much, and her best friend loved it so much, and that made me just enjoy it all that much more. I got to be a part of the girls' night, and they took me to go see Barbie with them. So I'm going to put Barbie in the great tier. I had fun with it. It's not necessarily one I'd go back and rewatch all the time, but definitely one I had a good fun time with. I'm just Ken, anywhere else I'd be a 10. My wife and I have been singing that nonstop around the house. Greta Gerwig, the way she designed this movie, how it looked, how it felt. I thought the story was the only thing that was just a little bit lacking for me. I thought the story could have been a little bit stronger, but nonetheless, I enjoyed it. It had a lot of good messages in there, a lot of good characters in there, and what it stands for, who this movie's made for, I thought it really hit on all those levels. Again, my wife absolutely loved this one, and that just made me love it. When my wife loves a movie, I'm like, I have to love it too, because like, she doesn't love a lot of movies that I love, so I'm glad she did, and I loved Barbie. And Greta Gerwig's 3 for 3, okay? She is. Margot Robbie, fantastic. Ryan Gosling, unbelievably great. Anywhere else I'd be a 10. My Mojo Dojo Casa House, and our last movie on this list is going to go in the worst of the month here. It's a new Netflix movie called The Outlaws. It's a Hat Madison production. Adam Sandler produced it. It's going to go in worst of the month. This wasn't funny. It's one of those movies that I had a really hard time finishing. To be honest with you, I didn't finish. Got about halfway through. I said, I'm good. And now people say, you can't include a movie you haven't finished. But I saw enough, okay? Was not laughing. I was rolling my eyes. And I love Adam Devine. Nina Dobreva's fine. Pierce Brosnan is always Pierce Brosnan. He's great, you know. But it was just one movie you're like, man, like, I thought it'd be a little bit funnier. But comedies these days just, they don't hit all that often. So that's going to do it for this tier ranking for the month of July. My favorite movie being Oppenheimer, followed by Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, then Talk to Me, then Barbie, then The Outlaws. Nonetheless, a solid month for movies. Let me know every movie you watched in the month of July down below in the comment section. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.